You're out of oil.
Can we run her back home, Daddy?
Well, no, I think not. Slightly disheartening, this delay hearing from the Foreign Office.
Special delivery.
Just to the matter. Been retired.
Hello, Carmen.
I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to bring our endeavours to a satisfactory conclusion.
I see.
I seem to have lost the old neck. It's very perplexing.
Perhaps you should see someone.
Possibly. That's one option. I mean, if it's something you felt strongly about. Yet on the other hand, ought one? And I'm not sure on balance one ought to have such fixed ideas about what one's hoping to achieve. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I'm suggesting that the whole thing's overrated. It's just that, there again, it's always seemed to me that we've got along quite amicably without. Oliver's procreation aside, of course. I don't know how you feel, but don't move.
What?
Your thighs. Covered in the most extraordinary... How can I describe them? Contours, you know, rather like map lines.
Stretch marks.
Really? Is that the official term? I don't think I've encountered these before.
I've had them for the last 13 years, Mort.
That's so. Well. It comes of scheduling one's getting to grips, as it were, outside daylight hours, I suppose. Is there anything to worry about?
I wouldn't lose sleep over it.
Right. Extraordinary.
What?
That youngster. I'm wondering what exactly it is he does.
Who?
I mean, I take it he does perform some function. Well, perhaps he doesn't. Perhaps his role is purely decorative.
Oh, I think so, Mort. Ornamental as opposed to practical, wouldn't you say? Anything happening today?
No. Business as usual. Why do you ask?
Why do I ask? God knows. Why should today be different?
It might be from Vincent.
Vincent can swiggle.
Since when? When are you going to tell us? What happened with Jed?
I don't want to discuss it.
Is it Vincent?
Vincent's playing Happy Families.
He's gone back to Beth.
She's pregnant.
What? He's pathetic, you well shot of him.
Yeah.
You don't need that. There's plenty more cod in the pond.
Is there?
Wondering if now might be an opportune moment to outline plans for the next 6 months.
Plans?
Been giving the matter some thought. Come up with a two-pronged strategy. Item 1, memoirs. Preparation of with view to publication.
Memoirs?
Item 2, estate. Time, I think, to take over the reins. Retirement business, something of a blessing in disguise. Chance to whip things back into shape.
Pa, the offer I appreciate, without being convinced it's something I would want to take you up on.
Lord knows something needing to be done to inject some capital into coffers.
Been practicing those scales?
When do I get to play tunes?
Well, see how it goes today. And I might let you loose on Bar Black Sheep.
God, I've lived for this moment.
Alistair, message for you last night. Now, who was it? Francesca.
Yes?
Phoned.
And?
That's all. Phoned. No message. I can't recall if you were in or not. Might phone back.
Nothing I can't reply to on your behalf. I guess you might want to add a personal postscript to that one.
What's the ghost called in Hamlet?
Hamlet.
Hamlet?
Oh, no, this really isn't on, Ollie. That should have been handed in yesterday. It's not fair of you to take advantage just because you're family. I'm sure Daddy will back me on this.
And Arnold Ramsay asking after you, Alistair. Appears there's some openings in his company.
I don't want to work in the city, Dad.
Conundrum to me, Alistair. Intelligence, good education. Where are you? Dabbling, refusing to face up to reality. All very entertaining, tinkling, twanging, fiddling about with compositions. Anyone interested? Anyone bought anything?
Yes.
Theatre groups. Youth companies hardly breaking into the CD market. Hey, where'll it get you? What can you do with it? God knows music. Marvellous thing in the right context. Takes the mind off work admirably. In that respect, like music as much as the next man.
You like music. You don't like musicians.
But when it becomes distraction, escape, excuse not to face up to certain realities. Alistair, I had this discussion 1,000 times with Mummy.
And who won?
I don't think that was called for, Ali.
What's he mithered about? Your mum was a musician.
Yeah. But you'll notice it wasn't long before she took her instrument elsewhere.
Perhaps she didn't like the acoustics here.
Or possibly the lack of applause. My father claims to admire the arts, he just doesn't want to meet the artists. He certainly doesn't want to be related to them.
Well, if you're going to slit your throat, do you think you could wait till my lesson's done?
Yeah, I'm sorry. He always has this effect.
Roll over Richard Clayderman.
Oh, Lord. Jerry Baguley's strained his groin. Apparently, I'm the only one available.
For what?
To take the under-14s. Football practice.
Can't be that bad.
You haven't met the under-14s.
Hello? Oh, hi, how are you? Oh, I was beginning to think you'd forgotten the number. Well, tomorrow? Oh, no, but I'd love to. Yeah, I've just got to dig out my passport. Oh, God, that's brilliant. You've just about saved my life. No, look, I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Yeah, you too. I'm off to Paris.
So what are you going to do?
I'm just wondering if it's too late to get a sick note.
Give over. All you need is a bit of help from the experts.
What is it, McDonough?
Bell's gone, sir.
Oh, yes. Class dismissed. McDonough? Offside is what, exactly?
Thank you, thank you. Now, I'd just like to make it clear, I'd rather there wasn't any tomfoolery. Now, Mr. Gilks has asked me to pay particular attention to your offside trap. And while I'm not exactly sure what that entails...
Don't worry, sir. We'll teach you.
Thank you, Davenport. Well, let's make a start. So, who'd like to bully off?
Oh, God, please don't let him sing.
You presumably realise that shooting out of season is illegal.
Yeah, I suppose.
What makes you imagine you're exempt from the rules other people live by?
Because I don't agree with them. I mean, this stuff's here. Why can't you just blast it when you feel like it?
It's considered unsporting.
Do you think he minds whether he's splattered now or next October?
The issue is not whether he minds. Actually, it's a she. But whether or not certain standards are maintained. It's called etiquette. It helps us define our lives. Lets us know where we are. You follow? Stolen?
It's hers, isn't it? Me gran. Think she's Wyatt Earp.
Take that shirt off.
You what?
You heard.
Give it over.
I'd rather not have to repeat myself. And the trousers. There. Am I not making myself clear? Trousers off. And the rest.
What? All of it?
That is correct.
Shit.
In a neat pile, please. This, for your information, is nesting time. When you put yourself in the place of one of these birds, unprotected, defenseless, naked, you can imagine what it must feel like to have some ruthless predator take advantage of its vulnerability.
It's against you, Davenport.
For what, sir?
Blasphemy. Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain.
Sir, that's not in the rules, sir.
It's one of the commandments, Davenport. In my book, that supersedes any local ruling. Pass me the ball, please.
Sir, but that's not fair, sir.
The ball, please, Davenport.
Whoops. Sorry, sir.
Now, this is really not on. Do you understand me? This is really not fair. Now go and pass me that ball immediately.
You! Come here! Don't you take the piss with my mate. What do you think you're playing at, arsing around in the middle of a game?
We're only having a laugh.
Football's serious, do you hear me? Now get your backside across there and start playing.
Is he really your mate?
Who?
Mr. Tundish?
I live with him.
Wow.
Thank you. Now, if we can have everyone ready to go, as it were. Where were we?
Time to go, I suppose. Can I offer you a lift? I've got the car.
Where?
Just behind the trees. Don't imagine I walked up here.
What, you mean you didn't just... I mean, it wasn't coincidence.
I prefer not to leave things to chance. Shall we say next Tuesday? Here if it's fine. Otherwise the barn?
Yeah. All right. So, am I like the first?
The what?
You know, the first time you like played away.
I see. What an amusing idea. And would it offend your masculine pride if you weren't the first?
I don't know. Am I not then?
Put it this way. There have been occasions where marital fidelity has lost its attraction.
Nice! Watch it!
Am I going too fast for you?
Do you want me to drive?
Can you?
No, not past me test, but I can keep a car out of a ditch.
I don't think that would be necessary.
That was a close one.
Are you all right?
I think so.
Oh, God, not him. We'll be lucky to escape with life imprisonment. Hello, Constable.
What's this about cook time?
Oh, Saturday, yes. Not convinced they stand much chance. Jerry Bagg's meant to be in charge before this groin business. Well, I'm afraid they'll have to fend for themselves now. This is where I bow out.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
These are your lads now. You've got a responsibility to them. The last thing you need, you're padded without a car.
Ban I can live with. What's worse is the thought of Roger banging on about the cost of repairs. I wonder if I can dig out some earplugs.
Come on, Dad.
soloist who was accomplished skier, spoke fluent Spanish, French, and Italian, and so people have assured me, beautiful to a degree which could be described as classical. We were married, March 1954. New paragraph. November 1954, posting to Vienna as third secretary.
Pardon me, Excellency, do we have a name?
Name?
For the soloist.
What?
For your wife?
Oh, I see. Georgina Spencer Russell, 2 S's, 2 L's.
Daddy! I've got it. Capital for the coffers. I've had an idea. Ghosts.
What's this, boy?
Ghosts. The chappies in the village are convinced the place is haunted.
Fail to see how that can be construed as a pecuniary asset, boy.
We charge Daddy. Ghost hunting tours. People pay all kinds of money to rub shoulders with the supernatural.
Pardon me. Are we talking ectoplasm?
I'm sorry?
I mean, are we talking poltergeist? Banshee? Doppelganger? Elemental, phantasm, incubus, succubus, lycanthrope?
I'd rather not get hung up on petty details. My view is we just get stuck in.
Looking forward to the day when you come up with some useful contribution, boy. Moving on, Phoenix, Vienna, 1954.
Is that celebration or consolation?
I haven't quite made up my mind. Second thoughts. Slight problem with the car, I'm afraid.
Playing up again?
On the contrary, laid rather low. We've had a bit of a prang.
Ah.
Nothing major, but we'll be off the road for a while.
We?
Steering's buggered. And for some reason, I'm being charged with reckless driving.
And were you? Reckless, I mean.
Heaven forbid, Mort.
Right here.
And you're okay, Joanna? Yes, I'm fine, Mort. Just a scratch.
Just to fill you in, ghost hunting on the premises tomorrow night. Trust you'll all be there to lend a hand.
I wouldn't bank on it.
It's a trial run. Got some volunteers from the village as guinea pigs, but if it takes off, we could charge £200 per weekend. Guided tour, board and lodgings, all ghosts thrown in.
Except we don't have any ghosts here, Boyd.
Yes, I know that, Alistair. I'm not completely stupid.
A minor point, I know.
We invent them. God, Ali, you're so unimaginative. Cromwell could easily have used this house as his temporary HQ.
Except he didn't.
We don't know that. He may have done. This site existed in his day. That being the case, it's more than likely that at least one of his retainers actually died here. Ergo, there could be ghosts. We would therefore be haunted. And even if we're not, the point is, people are ready to believe we are. Now, what I propose, yes, is that you, Morty, take the upstairs corridor while I'm leading them through the downstairs corridor, getting them all psyched up. Now, you walk up and down above, rattling the beams, the odd ooh, alley. You would then appear in Cromwellian regalia holding a pike staff, only for a moment before you disappear down the back staircase, while I, and this is where we prevail upon the tenants to play ball, have the old grandmother done up in one of Mummy's old ball gowns emerging out of the gloom. Yes, well, I don't notice you coming up with any better suggestions.
I don't think I could match your epic vision.
Well, I've already invited Father Casper. Said he wouldn't miss it for the world. There'll also be Mrs. Hanratty, from the Bursars. Apparently, she's rather psychic. Actually came face to face with a ghost emerging through the coal cellar wall before they converted to gas. So, can I put you down for the upper floor, Morty?
Fear not. Prior commitment, as it were.
I can almost guarantee to be elsewhere. Excuse me, I have some arrangements to make.
What about you, Ali?
I'll pass, if it's all the same to you.
Open house now, is it?
I've got a little job for you.
How do you mean?
After this afternoon's diversion, I don't feel I can trust myself to take the wheel again for a while. So, I'm looking for someone to do the honours, as it were.
Me?
You're not snowed under with work at the moment, are you?
No, but I've not got my licence.
Oh, I don't think we'd want to get hung up on small details. If anyone asks, I'm giving you a lesson.
Sounds a bit dodgy.
Dear me. For someone who doesn't like rules, you're amazingly keen to be a good boy. Why don't we say, I haven't asked and you haven't told me? Now, I'm trying to decide whether you'd suit a uniform.
Sorry to ring so late. Just to confirm, tomorrow night? Right here. Cheerio then.
Can I fetch you anything, Mort? We're just off on an expedition.
Is it really necessary to use the Bentley? You know Pa prefers it not to be taken out of the garage.
Yes, but unfortunately the garage doesn't go as far as Clitheroe, which is where we wish to go.
Any idea what time you'll be back?
None whatever, I'm afraid. Shall we be off?
The thing is, I was sort of hoping that I might be able to avail myself of... If that's not too inconvenient.
Is there anything worth having? They don't waste much, do they?
You're lucky you got that. His nibs had it earmarked for tomorrow's breakfast.
All right, Gran. Will I be anywhere here?
Not if you don't start performing cartwheels. What's come over you, getting dressed up?
Oh, well, she likes to feel I've made the effort.
From what I hear, she's got you eating out of her hand.
Oh, well, she's a very special lady.
Oh. Is this the one?
The one and only. You'll meet her tonight. You'll probably hit it off rather well.
Will I?
Wire coat hangers.
Paris? Tonight? Any particular reason?
It's a music festival.
Nothing useful then?
I think the idea is that we enjoy ourselves. Before you ask, she's paying.
Good. Good. Relieved to hear this household isn't required to subsidise aimless meanderings around foreign opera houses. Pressing on, Phoenix.
Mrs. Booty is collecting us at 4:30. 6 p.m. arrive Station Hotel for drinks. 6:30 Old Boys reunion. Notice I got my satchel, Excellency. My intuition has it this is going to be one hell of an opportunity to collect some creamers, sugars, maybe even some toothpicks.
Detection apparatus. It's a very effective device designed entirely by myself.
Pleasure first. Work later seems very much the motto these days.
Thanks.
Okay, it's coming now. How does it look?
It looks like a nightshirt on a washing line. Nothing very spectral about it.
Yes, but you've got to imagine it with the lights off. In the dark, it's going to take on a much more sinister complexion.
But personally, I find it rather tricky to envisage anything sinister about an item of lingerie.
What do you think? The idea is this shape, this apparition emerges out of the gloom.
Times when I wonder where your mother went wrong, boy.
Daddy, this is a serious attempt on my part to generate income for the general good of the household. And I think the fact should be acknowledged.
Oh boy, have I got a few facts to tell you. Starting with the case in 1845 of one Aloysius Buckle, who went...
Dignify this tomfoolery with an irrational response, Felix. Out for the rest of the day. Hope by the time we return, this nonsense will have vanished. Felix.
It's not fair. It really is not fair. He never takes me seriously. Why is it nothing I ever do is acceptable to him? Then he never gives me a clue what would be acceptable. It's like fishing in the dark. Is he ever like that with you?
All the time. I don't think he knows how to be anything else.
Really?
Don't take him so seriously. At least you've got a career. As far as he's concerned, I'm a total washout.
I'd never thought of it like that. God, that's a relief. I thought it was just me.
Beau, is there any chance of borrowing the car? Joanna's not back yet.
Catch it!
Thanks.
How long will you be? If you're back before 10, I really could use some help with the owl noises.
I'll bear that in mind.
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go down when you're
Hello? Not joining us on the hunt?
No. Clitheroe calls. Long-standing appointment.
What's this? More deserters?
A pilgrimage, Father. The lad's been pining away for the want of a bit of culture. And the Lord in his mercy has come up with just the thing. Petula Clark.
Ah.
On the silver screen at the Bayou.
Downtown. And perhaps the Lord has seen fit to provide his own winged chariot. You can accommodate these good people in your vehicle?
Could do, yes. on the other hand, marginally against the idea. Nothing personal. Just that it's not an ideal arrangement on this occasion.
You'll be missing a treat, ma'am. They'll be dancing in the aisles before the night's out. Sure you won't be changing your mind and joining us?
Yes. I mean, no, thank you. Pressing engagement.
Oh, touch of the dark secret, is it?
Well, in a manner of speaking, yes.
Mind you get your money's worth, old son.
Indeed. Well, some people might see it like that. It's something not generally understood. I mean, in terms of satisfying a need.
I bet the wife's got a bit to say about that.
Yeah, I have my activities and she has hers.
Dowsing for spirits. I'm relieved to find our host eschewing modern technology for the more traditional methods.
But what's it meant to do, Father?
My child, it operates by detecting electromagnetic energy sources. When the rods cross, you can be sure you've chanced upon a migrant from the other side. In the event, can I suggest you leave me to deal with whatever materializes? I have had some experience of this kind of phenomenon. Lead, kindly light, amid the encircling gloom, lead thou me on. I'd be inclined to have a missile at the ready, just in case.
ruddier than a cherry, oh sweeter than a berry, oh ruddier than a cherry, oh sweeter than a berry, oh nymph more bright than moonshine night, like kidlings blithe and merry.
Would you mind? Again.
Oh, Roger. Oh.
I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to manage this. Slight feeling of not being ready for this step after all. Sorry to have wasted your time.
Oh, Christ. Shh.
What are you doing?
Owl noises. You know, woo, that sort of thing.
Do ghosts hoot?
Well, you've obviously never read any literature on the subject.
Better get going. Oh, God. They're here already.
Right.
I think I've got something. Oh, yes. There's definitely something around here. In nomine patri, et filii, et spiritus sancti.
No, I think it's over there.
Is there anybody there?
Petula, this is my mother.
But she's dead.
Not quite, dear. Another few years, and I might have been.
I think it's the hushed tones and the fact you're usually referred to in the past tense.
I would be. You know, he likes to think of me as a temporary aberration. Is he in?
Dad? No.
Oh, thank God for that. I haven't got the time or the energy. Well.
Mummy! Mummy! Oh, my God. You didn't tell me you were coming.
Oh, I've come to rescue Alistair, take him to Paris. Didn't he say?
He's going with you?
Oh, it's naughty, I know, stealing him away for a few days. Promise I won't keep him.
But, Mummy, I would have come. If you'd given me a bit of notice, I could have stolen a few days' sick leave.
I wouldn't dream of it, darling. You're far too valuable here. Alistair, we must make a move, or we'll miss the train.
You okay?
I'm well okay.
Wait there, Mummy. I just want to show you my translation of Beowulf. It's in my room.
I'll get back to the drawing board if I were you, son.
I'm sorry.
If this place is haunted, then I'm the Queen Mother.
No, I just want to clarify.
No,
this
don't
was
bother, love. But if you're thinking you'll get folk to pay for this piffle, then you're more tapped than we thought.
Danny, I want to explain. I know this may not look like an overwhelming success, but I want to assure you that we've covered a lot of useful ground, and well, we've identified several areas where improvements could be made on other occasions.
You are a buffoon and an embarrassment, Boyd. Can't imagine how we ever came to be related.
Don't be modest, darling. He's the image of you.
Georgina.
My dear. Well. House parties, charades. Things are looking up.
Georgina, Felix, my personal assistant.
Indeed.
I regard that as sufficient honor from my humble aspirations.
I think you deserve a medal. Alistair, we must go. I'm delighted to have met you. This is always such fun. Maybe I should have hung around. Poor darling. I would have believed in your ghosts. Many is the night I'd longed for the odd nocturnal visitor to enliven the proceedings. Come on.
I'm sorry?
2 minutes to go, if we can just hang on.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't suppose it matters, really. If we lose, it'll be my fault. If we win, it'll be a fluke.
Tackle back! Don't lose it, dickhead! What are you doing, you tosser? No! Why are you bloody dived?
Man needs his guide dog tested.
To your left, son.
Cracking save, Oliver!
That was a bit of a turn-up, wasn't it?
Nice one, miss.
Great save, miss. Yeah, but don't get too cocky.
Thanks a lot, miss. Thanks, miss. Thanks, sir.
Bravo. First time in the quarterfinals. Keep up the good work.
Fine.